already going into it, I'm already seeing that there is the imbalances that I'm taking a look at. These things are trying to get leveled. Things are trying to get, trying to make sense of things. And I feel like, considering where you guys are at this moment, there is like this need for compromise. Okay, uh, reconciliation and true love. That can mean that the person that you were last in a relationship with, you connect with on a very deep level. Okay, so this is the romance of a lifetime, and this says someone from your past is returning to your life. Now, this could just indicate that this person is helping you to show you true love. This person may not actually be the person that you're in love with. This person may help you figure out what your true love is or who your true love is. This person still could be your true love, even if it's somebody coming back from the past here. But I kind of get this feeling that there is something I kind of get this feeling that there is some sort of like forgiveness that's needed, that's in order to open yourself up to true love. Okay, now we're gonna start off with this person on this side, but feel free to pick the side that resonates with y'all the most. Now, starting off in the mental space with this person here, they have the Three of Cups, and I think how I'm getting the Three of Cups. How I read the Three of Cups in the mind space is that they're definitely in a very, this is very great because this is reconnection, reunion. This is getting back together kind of energy here. Three of Cups is like everybody gathered together, having a good time. And this is the reunion, right? They see this relationship as a reconnection, as a chance to to reconnect with you. And I think with you or you them, right? So I do see that you guys, or this person here, is definitely happy about this. Definitely happy about this reunion. Now, the other person's got the King of Swords, the King of Cups. So this is good because the King of Cups is so in love. They're so emotionally invested. They share their emotions, their hearts pour out. They're full of love, but they're also full of emotions as well. And I feel like the King of Cups is also, considering that he's the master of his emotions, Cancer, they could see this could be you, feeling like you're, in control of your emotions, definitely got that under wraps, a lot better. Or you guys see the other person here as your king, because typically you would come up as a Queen of Cups, not because you're a man or a female, but because of what the Queen and King represent, as far as the types of signs that are out there, like cardinal, fixed, and mutable. So you guys are cardinal. You guys cardinals would be coming up as queens. So you could see this person as your true love, right? This person's happy about the reconnection, and this person is happy about connecting back with their person. And I feel like truly this person has a lot of love, a lot of emotions for this individual, and I feel like this person is both parties are probably very happy about the reconnection. Now, already from this person that has the King of Cups, they're already ready to settle down, ready to commit. They're already committed. Ten of Pentacles is the card that comes up for this person's physical. They already feel like they're already settled down, already committed, already in a relationship with this person, hands down. And I kind of feel like this person may have never even left too, because Ten of Pentacles is like takes a long time to establish such grounding, right? Such platform, right? So it does take a long time for that to happen, and I feel like for some of you guys are finally able to be okay with where you are and just be happy. And you guys are also feeling very committed because this is a relationship that you do have history with, and it makes sense to go back to here because this is something that's safe, this is something that's stable, and you can truly trust this. Because justice is not just about an imbalance or things not going in a certain direction, or going being lopsided or something. It could be that there's either a need for forgiveness. It can also talk about reunions or a divorce. So it could be that some of you guys are in the middle of a divorce at this moment. Nine of Wands. Okay. Definitely defensiveness. Defensiveness definitely from a situation that probably wasn't corrected. And I think now it's about correction, getting down to the nitty gritty of the situation. I think both parties here did ultimately want to be together, but there were some things that were keeping both of you guys from being able to be open to do that. Okay, because the other person is showing the Page of Cups, and I like that this person showing the Page of Cups because they're communicating, coming from a heart space. They're talking, and they're taking small steps. If you notice, right, they're not necessarily jumping all the way to the 10 here. Like they may be, this person may be married already. This person may want a marriage, or this person may feel already committed to you. But this person is like taking the steps, taking small steps. They're fighting for what they believe in. If you notice here, the Knight of Swords is the spiritual plane here. This is describing why this person is showing up with the Page of Cups and thinking the Three of Cups. They are, yes, this is a reconnection. This is coming together once again. But with the Page of Cups, this is someone taking their not taking their time, but they're opening their heart. They're communicating from a heart space. They're coming from a space of love, and they're expressing their feelings, and they're doing it very, very sweetly, very calmly, very gently. This is a very gentle energy, and I feel like that them opening themselves up to love also opens themselves up to receiving that love, or receiving communication about someone's feelings. It's not necessarily just a one-sided thing. So the other person showing in their spiritual plane is the Hangman. So I think they have come to some sort of conclusion in the past, or some sort of realization that something about their perspective may have been holding them back, may have been serving them in the way that they believed it should have been serving them. So they, of course, I think that whatever time that they needed, whatever stagnancy that they ran into, it was good because it provided them the space and time to be able to, to be able to see the other side of the story, because I feel like maybe this person is very headstrong, because this is fixed energy again. Someone's looking from their own perspective, and I think they had seen something from another's perspective, opened their eyes a little bit, and were able to see not the error of their ways, but that how things could have been better, how things could improve, and not just from their part, but for the other part. And I think this is why this person's coming back, ready to commit, ready to settle down, because they've always been in love. They had never stopped loving the person, and two, they've seen what they needed to see. They've surrendered to a different perspective. They're being more passive. They're being more open to love. Okay, and the King of Cups doesn't, I mean, usually I might be thinking like, okay, this person may be keeping their emotions to themselves, but I feel like this person, honestly, committing to this person is is a way of expressing their emotion. Of course, there's always need to communicate more, but I feel like with the person here as well, like they're kind of holding back their emotions a little bit while this person's kind of sampling it, if that makes sense. They're like, hey, I want to commit, I want to commit, I want to commit, in order for them to feel safe enough to to communicate how they feel. But this person's taking the risk anyway without having solid proof that they're going to be in this relationship. They're just taking this chance. So if we look at this reading, right, the heart of not the heart of your reading, what brought you two together was the Empress. Okay, the card that brought you two together was the Empress. And that's not a bad card, because the Empress talks about growing, creating, taking care of oneself. Somebody definitely was a caretaker in this relationship. I feel like the imbalance may have been codependency. Somebody was taking care of somebody, doing things for somebody, and not feeling appreciated, but willingly going out of their way to take care of them, even though that wasn't their place. Now, I feel like at the same time too, the Empress was that you guys did start things off together, wanting to create something beautiful with one another, maybe starting a family, or maybe growing a business together. Whatever it was, you guys had the intentions of co-creating with one another. But the challenge that you two face now is the Four of Coins, leaving your comfort zones and doing something that that could get you more than what you have settled with, right? It's the Four of Cups, Pentacles, to me is just as much going after your heart's desires and not clinging to your comfort zones, as just as much as it is saying, like, don't settle for less, don't settle for what you believe you deserve or what you believe is all you can ever get. Because if you see and take a look at where you are and who you are, and really start to reassess and reevaluate your value, you'll notice that you do deserve great happiness. So I do feel like that for you guys, it's not just breaking out of your comfort zones and breaking, and letting go of some things that you feel that you can't obtain, right? Like taking the chance, letting go of something, like stop closing up, because I think the challenge is breaking out of a safety net. It's also taking a look at what you deserve, what you really deserve. Do you believe that this is all you're good for? Do you believe this is everything that you're ever going to get? Is this something that you believe that can't improve, and you just might as well settle with it because it's too hard to go out and find something else that actually makes you happy? And it's almost looking like the reconciliation bit. Like I said, this person is coming in to show you what true love is. Is true love something that you settle with? Is true love something that inspires you to go after what you want? And is this person is this person the reason to stay in your box or to leave your box? You know what I mean? So let's go ahead and take a look at the whispers of love. All right. Wow, new love. Embrace this new opportunity of love that is here. This may pertain to work opportunities or spiritual growth. New love, true love, and reconciliation. Y'all have got some cards coming up in here. Like a track like underneath the deck as well. But damn, okay. So, yeah, new love, guys. I think this is encouraging you guys to step out of your element, to go into a different path, because this person definitely had to change big time, especially if they're coming with the King of Cups. They had a very fixed way of kind of dealing with their emotions, and I feel like the way that they had to overcome that kind of fixed way of life, or their controlled aspect of themselves, is by being, right, by surrendering, by being open to love. Therefore, so that way they can receive it. But the Four of Coins, to me, it's telling me two different stories. It's like, yeah, breaking out of a comfort zone, but also taking a look at your worth, taking a look at your value, right? If this is not really getting you anywhere, if you're not really satisfied with it, but it's just like, you're afraid to lose because you worked so hard to get to where you've been, is it truly something that's deserving of you to stay where you are? Or is it, worth perhaps going out and taking a step outside of that, outside of this boundary, outside of this energy, right? To go after what you really want, right? Because, like I said, it's up to you if this is something you like. It's a settling kind of thing. I feel like it's up to you whether or not you see this way, clinging on to something that's old, clinging on to something that may or may not be worthy of you, right? May or may, hold you back and not really inspire growth, because the Four of Pentacles, rather, is not a growing energy. It doesn't grow. It doesn't push. It doesn't move. It's stagnant. And even though the Ten of Coins is here, which is a very committed energy, the Four of Coins, it doesn't go anywhere. And it's about taking that step outside of your comfort zone. Even if it hasn't been really providing you with what you wanted, it's just providing you with consistency and safety. Like, you can always get those things. Safety is never going to alleviate you, especially if you break away from a certain pattern of behavior or doing something differently. It's all about trusting yourself and going after what you believe you deserve, or aspiring for more, or never accepting less. And I feel like this relationship, definitely, this person coming back, is helping you to realize, or helping you to look at it closely and figure out, is this relationship something that is holding me back, or something that I'm electing to, stick with? Or is there more out there? Is there other boundaries that we can explore? And when I say that, it's not about like you're gonna have to just pass up the person, right? No, it's like, can you guys exceed this place that you guys continue to always go back to, right? Is there more growth to this relationship? Can you aspire to get true balance from the relationship that does make you feel